Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining 10 Minute Tuesdays with Sekou Tyler. This is episode 11 and I have my boy Spencer on here from PHData. Hey Spencer, man, thanks for joining.
Thank you for calling me your boy.
Hey, you're my guy, man. Always. Thanks for taking time out to hop on, man. So we're episode 11. We know the deal. 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So Spencer, give the people a quick introduction about yourself.
Yeah, hey, I'm Spencer Baucke. I'm the RVP of Analytics Sales at PHData. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio with my wife and two kiddos. I love data, love analytics, and I'm excited to be here on your show, Sekou. I've been watching all of your podcasts. I was just like, how do I get on that one? And my day has come.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the warm words and even the text message being like, hey, I want to get on here. I was kidding. I totally reached out to you, but thanks for hopping on. All right. So you mentioned that you love data, you love analytics. So what really compelled you to get into data to begin with?
Yeah, it's a great question. So my education was in economics, and then I got a master's in finance, and I was working in banking, and I just really found that I wasn't good at it. I didn't like it. I don't know which one came first. I didn't like it or I wasn't good at it, but both applied. And so while I was in grad school, I knew I wanted to kind of explore some other areas other than just, traditional finance, et cetera. And so my last semester there, I took a intro to R, like the programming language R. Um, and I fell in love with like analyzing these big data sets and like finding out the answers to questions by just combing through the data. And I was like, this is what I want to do. So I looked around for some trainings. And so Jeff Schaefer from UC, he's a Tableau visionary. He was teaching a class at UC, your University of Cincinnati. And so I went to that class and I just knew right then. I was like hook, line, and sinker. Like I'm in like the passion that he had for data, the passion that he had for Tableau. I was like, this is it. And so every night, every weekend for the next, year plus, I was, just digging into that tool. And then I finally got an opportunity to use it every day. At my next position after I left banking. And I guess the rest is history, man.
So I always learn something new when I do these, and this is a new thing. I had no idea that you knew R. So that's cool that you understand the concepts, right?
I wouldn't say
R.
I know it, but yeah, I know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, so understand the concepts of R, and that's the introduction. So that was really cool. So you mentioned, started with banking and then got into analytics, but I'm sure you did some stuff beforehand. So with your journey, what's been your least favorite job to date?
My least favorite job. It's a good question. I don't know. I've had some not great jobs. So this is like, there's a lot of competition on this question. I work, I don't know. It's like, wow, which one do I choose from? No. So like, I think my least favorite job, I mean, just at face value, I worked as a nighttime security guard. Even after I graduated from college, I couldn't get anywhere. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was looking for. And I had to work from, I would clock in at 10 p.m. I'd clock out at 5, 6 a.m., and at night on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, you're just dealing with wild stuff and, not getting paid anything. And I just hated that job. It was terrible. So yeah. that one sticks out. I need my sleep.
Yeah. So it's funny. I did the same thing after college as well. So I didn't immediately hop in IT or the help desk even. Like there was a period where I was doing a security role, and I think I was 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it was that early morning one, and just and then I had a part-time job on top of that. So it was just nonstop. But like I said, it's just annoying. It sucked. It's kind of I could be doing more, and just all that those feelings there.
I think that's the biggest thing. I was debating between that and another job where I think the same sentiment that you just said is like, I know I can be doing more. I know this isn't what I want to do. I know I am capable of something a lot more. And that was probably the, yeah, like overarching thing
Yeah.
there is like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about, kind of your career in data, specifically, what would you think is one of your biggest failures? And actually not even data specifically, but in your career, what do you think is one of your biggest failures? And what did you learn from that?
Yeah. Um, So I think one thing sticks out to me, and it's even pre-career. So maybe this isn't the best answer to your question, but so originally in college, I started out. I went to the Air Force Academy, and that had been my like dream. I'd want to go there since I was like 6 years old or something, right? To go and fly. Um, I made some bad decisions, and found myself no longer at the Air Force Academy. Um, and I think what I learned there is, you know, you can work really hard. You can do, well, I didn't do all the right things, but I did a lot of right things. And, uh, not, not get what you're, working towards, right. And how to, uh, recover from failure. Cause I was super, uh, I was just so distraught, at not being able to finish at the Air Force Academy. And so really that taught me like sometimes in life, like there's no do-overs. There is no do-over. Sometimes you get one shot, right? You get one shot. You have to approach every opportunity that you get as, hey, this is my last go around. I'm not getting any second chances. I'm not getting anybody's mercy or grace. And just understanding that and treating every job and every day like that.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely incredible. That mindset of, I've fell victim to it, thinking that I would have more than one shot at certain opportunities. Like it would come back around, or it'd be no big deal. Like I think one thing would be, so a quick story to talk about that is my friend knew football players, and we went to a Titans game, and we were able to get on the field and all that stuff, and we came close to Adrian Peterson, so like kind of hung out with him, and like I didn't bring a football or anything, so I was like, it's cool, I'll be able to see Adrian Peterson again. It's no big deal, and never got that chance again. But
Yeah,
that's a way of like relating to that, even
totally.
if it's sales, careers, or whatever, like the
Yep.
preparation or being prepared for the moment or opportunity, realizing the moment is a huge thing.
That's right. That's right. That still drives me to this day, if I'm being honest. Like I think about that, you know, I'm not gonna get this shot again.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it keeps you on edge too, right? It keeps you sharp.
Always.
Yeah, that's awesome, awesome. All right, so knowing that, right, that's one lesson your job has taught you, but you had to get a start from somewhere. So, what's one piece of advice that you would give someone who's just starting out in their career journey, in their career in data?
Yeah. I feel like I've made so many mistakes that I have a laundry list of this. I mean, just a couple. I think I have two things. One, man, when I was younger, I wish I would just have shut up and just listened. Like honestly, I just talk too much. Like literally, I just talk too much. I just wish I would have shut up, listened, understood that everyone had something to teach me and that I didn't know anything. I really wish and I'm not saying people don't know anything, right? But I just looking back at my younger self, I'm like, dude, I just wish I had, yeah, listen more. The other one is like, I think it goes back to the failure, the biggest failure story is, understanding how to fail, I think is so important because you're going to do it. And I think as a young person, we always think, oh, well, I'm not going to fail. It's like, no, you are. You're going to fail. How do you handle that and how do you respond? I think is like the biggest thing. So just like anticipating, like, what, things may not always go my way, but no matter what, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep progressing and figure out like what my next step is. And sometimes it looks different than you envisioned. And I think some of that is just like coming to terms with that. So
That's awesome. That's so good, because one, you will fail, right? Definitely, it's inevitable. Because if you don't fail, you're not trying, right? If you're always good
that's
at
right.
what you're good at, then you'll get to what you're getting. And yeah, shutting up, be quiet. Listen, like listen more than you talk are valuable lessons for sure.
100%.
Cool. All right. So, in 30 seconds or less, tell me about the most influential person in your life and how they made an impact on you.
Oh, most influential person or people in my
I
life?
do. You can do multiple.
Um, I mean, number one, I think it has to be my father. Um, this question is not who you have the best relationship with; it's who is your most
Yeah.
influential friend. Yeah, I mean, he just there's no way that I can separate who I am out from who he is in terms of like what he taught me, how he pushed me, how he made me, all these things. So like there's no one that I can, give more credit to than that. Um, my wife, hugely influential. I mean, just the most amazing person on planet Earth. Like yeah, I would not be the same person I am today without my wife. And then I had a really good mentor after college or during college. He was actually an instructor at the Air Force Academy at the time that, he really saw me through some of the like worst times in my life, hands down. Um, there's no second place to those. And so like him being there, there's no other person that could have been there that would have understood, that would have been able to like help me along more than he did. So those are probably the three.
That was great. All like very pivotal and important people in different aspects and support you in different ways, I'm sure.
Totally. Totally.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that was great, Spencer. We're right at the or near the 10-minute mark. So where can people find you online?
I would say these days just connect with me on LinkedIn, Spencer Baucke, PHData. Hit me up.
LinkedIn. That's it. Nothing social media. No TikTok. No Twitter. No Instagram. None of that.
Man, I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a TikTok. I have a Twitter if you want to venture out there at JS Bauke. But be prepared for what I might post. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool. Well, awesome, man. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day, your busy day for sure, to hop on a podcast. Really appreciate it. And for all those who are watching, please like, share, subscribe. And thank you so much for joining. And I will talk to you all next week.
Thank you, man. The GOAT.
All right. See ya.